final issue is prostitution and pornography. There are slay queens on social media. There's this issue of this trend of slay queenism, on social media. Now, who is a slay queen? A slay queen is a woman who wants to mesmerize or choke everyone else with how beautiful, she feels she is. She maintains that, let me tell you about their characteristics. They maintain that they can ride in specific cool vehicles, and they can only live in certain suburbs like East Legon, McCarthy Hill, etc. Slay queens cannot even meet more than one person without makeup. They have specific languages they use. Instead of saying maybe honey, they say huh. Baby, they go like bae, boo, stuff like that. They are always online. These ladies are always online. They cannot live far away from their phones. They always check on how many people liked or commented on their photos and updates, Their airtime is majorly not for making calls, but buying data and all of that. They like partying. They love partying. And that becomes the best time for them to update their IG and tagging their friends along. Right. Now, there are also sex groups. Apart from the slay queenism, we have the sex groups. Sex groups. Sex groups are trending on social media. So we have apps like WhatsApp, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook are fueling prostitution and slay queenism, sexual exploitation on social media. So prostitution has now moved from the streets to the internet. After all, we're all on the internet, where young women flash nude and sexy pictures of themselves with their contacts to trade sex. In Ghana, some of these groups and hashtags, include hashtag hookupgh, latest sex tape GH, friends with benefits, link up, bestie, grown and sexy, and so on. Now, see, it's not only happening in Ghana. Far away in Zambia, students, in cyber cafes, join WhatsApp and Facebook groups to connect with pimps. You know who a pimp is? PIMP, pimps, people who manage prostitutes. Yeah, so they connect with those guys so that they can hook them up. After all, hook up, right? They can hook them up with customers for money. That is what social media has brought. Now, what are the causes of all this? Number one, peer influence. The youth have the perception that, there's this perception that has been created on social media, and the whole sensationalization of this lifestyle on social media is really giving them courage. When they see the number of likes, when somebody uploads this content and they get to see the number of likes and views, they are charged to replicate same. So they do that. Now, poverty of opportunity. I can bet that people don't really wish to live that kind of life on social media, but the desire for materialism, and then impatience to move high up in society is another cause. Then ignorance and copying blindly. We copy the West. I don't even have to mention a name so that I give you ideas to go and then follow such people. These people are misleading. The slay queens are misleading our fine girls. I have a very beautiful lady here called Prilla. I have Mamia Makumsen. I just imagine these ladies being slay queens on social media. It's so terrible. It's horrible. It must be frowned upon. So now, what effects do these things have on society? The effect is that the moral decline being perpetrated on social media increases the rate and indecency all over the place in terms of lifestyle. I really admire our ladies cladded in African prints. But they wear skimpy dresses, to display their cleavages and all of that. You think we like that? Responsible men won't marry you. You must package yourself very well. Then we'll run after you. I will chase you. You the bab. But if you are indecent, my goodness. Even I practice Christianity. I believe in God through Jesus Christ. My religion frowns on that. I won't come after you. You must be decent. Maybe the guys who go for those ladies just show them off in public. There is increased crime rate. Let me just go back. I was talking about fashion, right? There's this peculiar way they speak. They speak LAFA. You know what LAFA is? L-A-F-A. It's an acronym, locally acquired foreign accents. They try to sound American. That is their culture. Be Ghanaian. Be a Frafra. Be an Adam person. Ayigbe or Ewe. You know, Kumerica. You know, you can be Kumerican. You know, and we like it that way. Don't try to copy blindly. All right, then there's these things increase crime rates. A lot of people have been victimized as a result of this social media misbehavior. You know, criminals are produced as a result of this misbehavior on social media. There are a lot of hackers and social deviants in society now who accept these lifestyles as normal and as a means of survival. You don't even see it as a crime because people who they think that someone has a lot of money, so they must just take advantage of them and then take some of the money. And it wastes your time. You wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is to reach for your phone and see the messages you've missed and all of that. You can engage yourself. You can do something better. Apart from, you know, wasting the whole time on social media. Now, I think that, so what do we do? Now that we know all of this, what do? We know all this, slave queenism, cybercrime, and how do we intervene? I think policymakers, like China, all right? In China, they don't use Facebook, they use Ren. I don't know, I don't know Chinese. That's their version of Facebook. It used to be Hiaone, you know, but it has been changed to Ren. That's their version of Facebook, so that they don't get exposed to lifestyle, cultures that are foreign to theirs. And, you know, so lawmakers can ban some of these networks or control it. Because this whole thing is an algorithm, it's a system that influences us to behave in a certain way. So they can control it, and parents can also teach their children rights. There are educational institutions, you know, schools, the home, the church, the mosque, the temples, you know, can really talk to. Now, when to netizens or people, users of social media, it has come to stay. You can't prevent somebody nobody, in fact, from using social media. All these will check this misbehavior online. And when that happens, we shall have a decent society. We shall have different perspectives in society, where we all will not be looking up to somebody online and try to sound like them. We'll be original. I like Nigerians. They are very original people. I like Jamaicans. These are all blacks, you know. I like African Americans. They are who they are. Ghanaians. Let's also try to be who we are.